Denmark in the 21st century presents itself as a progressive and prosperous Nordic nation, known for its high living standards, extensive social security systems, and active role in international affairs. As a member of the European Union, although it has chosen not to be part of the Eurozone, Denmark retains its currency, the Danish krone. The country is also a member of NATO and the United Nations, and plays an active role in global discussions on climate change, environmental protection and international development. Danish society is strongly characterized by welfare state principles that aim to provide security for all citizens from cradle to grave. This includes comprehensive health services, education and social safety nets. Denmark is regularly ranked as one of the happiest countries in the world, a status often attributed to its strong community, social equality, low corruption rate and high quality of life. In terms of the economy, Denmark has a mixed economic system, which is a combination of free market and government intervention to promote prosperity and minimize social inequality. The economy is heavily reliant on the services, manufacturing and trade sectors, with a notable focus on renewable energy and sustainability. Denmark is a leader in the wind energy industry and is striving to be carbon neutral by the mid-21st century. Culturally, Denmark remains deeply anchored in its historical roots, while promoting an open and inclusive society. Danish design, known for its simplicity, functionality and aesthetics, enjoys worldwide recognition. In addition, the country is known for its literature, film industry and culinary innovations, particularly the concept of New Nordic cuisine, which is based on fresh local ingredients. Danish foreign policy in the 21st century is focused on promoting peace, security and human rights worldwide. The country is actively engaged in international peace efforts and humanitarian missions and is committed to resolving conflicts through diplomacy and dialogue. Overall, Denmark in the 21st century is an example of a modern, progressive society that successfully combines tradition and innovation to promote the well-being of its citizens and play an active role in the global community. How Denmark is dealing with the war in Europe. Denmark has responded to the war in Europe, particularly the conflict in Ukraine since its escalation in 2022, with a mix of diplomatic, economic and military measures that reflect its commitment to international norms and support for European security and stability. It is important to note that the Danish response is in the context of its membership of the European Union, EU, and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, which provides the framework for collective action and solidarity with Ukraine and other countries affected by aggression. Diplomatic efforts. Denmark has worked internationally to condemn the aggression and supported the efforts of the EU and other international organizations to find a peaceful solution to the conflict. It has supported and called for sanctions against Russia in response to the violation of international laws and Ukraine's sovereignty. Economic sanctions and aid. As part of the EU, Denmark has supported a number of economic sanctions against Russia aimed at increasing pressure on the Russian economy and holding those responsible for the war accountable. At the same time, Denmark has provided financial and humanitarian aid to Ukraine to help the people affected by the crisis. Military support and defense preparedness. Denmark has increased its military support to Ukraine as part of its NATO commitments, including the delivery of defense equipment and the provision of training to Ukrainian forces. In addition, Denmark has strengthened its own defense preparedness in line with NATO's efforts to increase its presence on the alliance's eastern flank in order to strengthen collective defense and send a clear signal of deterrence. Energy policy and independence. Recognizing that the conflict has affected Europe's energy supply, Denmark has taken steps to increase its energy independence and accelerate the transition to renewable energy sources. This is part of a broader European effort to reduce dependence on Russian gas and ensure long-term energy security. Promoting unity within Europe and NATO. Denmark has emphasized the importance of unity within the EU and NATO to ensure a coherent and effective response to the conflict. It has argued in favor of close coordination and solidarity between member states to meet the challenges posed by the war together. Denmark's response to the war in Europe reflects its commitment to the principles of international law, democracy and human rights, and its willingness to work with its partners and allies to help restore peace and security in the region.